We're at 15. Let's get into three. let's get let's get into three, man. Let's get it back to April tariff lows. Three, man. So I could back up the dump truck, throw everything I got in here, man. We're almost at one. If you guys remember last time we went live on Sunday, or no, on Wednesday. Last time we went live, everything that we talked about happened, okay? Everything we talked about happened, okay? This needs to rise up a bit more, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. We need to see this at least one, okay? So I think maybe I'm looking for another dip or something. I'm looking for more fear because this should be at one. This should be at one, and the reason I'm saying one is because that's where you had the April tariff lows as well, okay? And this is where the market bottomed, like April 9th, April 8th, around there, and this was at one. That means max fear was in the market. Matter of fact, this was at three back in April tariffs, back almost a year ago. Almost a year ago. This was at three. And we had people saying the market was going lower at that time. I don't know if some of you guys remember, but I was live, like we talked about this and we were man, we hopped on here and said buy the dip and made so come on man. Come on man, Robinhood, SoFi. The same opportunity is lying around right now. It is lying around right now, and it's gonna come very soon. You want to be positioned. You want to be positioned to be on that side because what's to come is just nasty. Okay, I'm talking about Bitcoin going crazy, crypto going crazy, market going crazy, everything looking very good. Back into a euphoric state. This has to happen in order for a euphoric state to happen. By the way, but anyways, make sure you guys like this. Hit the thumbs up. Okay, double tap the screen. All right, subscribe. Can you please check Walmart? Sure, we'll check some Walmart. We'll check some Walmart. We'll look at Walmart, man. Bitcoin going to 52K. It's possible. I'm not gonna say it's not possible. To be honest, I'd like it at 52K because I believe it's gonna end up going past back 100K. I believe it's gonna get back to all time highs. And the reason I'm saying that, okay, the reason I'm saying that is because if you guys have tuned into these lives for some time now, you now know what is happening. Okay, we talked about gold getting rejected. We talked about people buying at this victim level, which was 480. We begged you not to buy. We said, please, man. Every single time we went live and someone asked about gold, we said, please don't buy this, man. Please don't. Okay, gold is done. Oil is the one getting pumped right now. Okay, the money from gold has switched into oil. The money from oil, once the situation is done, is going to get switched into crypto. I hope you guys are paying attention, man. I really do. I really do. I think this is the easiest time. The easiest rotation is about to take place here very, very soon, okay? Very, very soon. Very, very soon. But let's like it. Well, let's get to 1K likes before we really get started. Time to snipe some big moves. Absolutely. Said G, that dog, 52 Said G, bro, Solar Technologies. Yeah, I don't know how this went. 52-week highs. But hey, man, this shouldn't surprise you. All right, this shouldn't surprise you. How soon this year? Yes, this year, Danny G. Yes, everything will take place this year. Okay. I believe in the next coming months. I think it's going to happen very quick, okay? Because I think on the other side of this, like around like the later part of the year, maybe Q3, Q4 is where we'll get that real bear market that people are thinking is about to happen right now. Okay, but I think right now the music is still playing. Okay, the chairs are still moving. People are still trying to find a seat. The music playing. Music playing. Okay, it's still playing. It's still playing. Okay, so let's try to find some good setups tonight. I don't plan on being live for too long. I really don't. My boy want to look at Walmart. We'll look at the Qs really quick. We have fallen off that cliff, which was kind of expected. We talked about that last week. This was making higher lows. How long could it hold? But now we're actually at a huge bounce level. Okay. So if you want to remain bearish, which I think we could get one more little bearish move, maybe something like that. Just because I do want to see, like I said, the put and calls like we talked about. I do want to see this at 1, and I do want to see this, maybe below 10. I think that'd be perfect. I think the market would be so fearful, so extremely feared. So yeah, but we are at a major bounce area. And we can look at this. We can look at this, but I want to see some more things happen first. Okay, I really do. I really do. 567 is on the table if we do get a breakdown from 581 though. Okay, I will say that. All right, I will say five. If we get a breakdown for 581, I'll be looking at 567 for that next big bounce area. If below 567, we'll talk about it when that day comes. Okay. QQQ sub 550. Possibly. I don't know. Let's look at Walmart. Let's look at Walmart, and then we'll look at some other places that you guys want to look at. We're gonna look at Walmart because you want to look at Walmart first. We'll look at Walmart. We'll look at Walmart. To me, this has gone on a massive, massive run, and it's actually hidden. It's actually bear diverging on a monthly time frame. Okay, this is actually very bearish. Very bearish. The same sort of thing kind of happened. Not even kind of. It happened right here, but now it's happening on an even bigger time frame. Like this means the momentum has completely shattered. Okay, I wish I would have saw this back when it was making new all time highs. That would have been an easy short. But the same thing was happening right here. If you're looking where this actually made a higher high like you see right here, but the momentum on the monthly died. So it went from 106 all the way to $80 in the next 2 to 3 months. Okay, so the same sort of thing is happening right here again for Walmart on a bigger time frame, a higher time frame, or not a higher time frame, but a longer range. From November all the way until February. So I think Walmart has topped out for a little bit. Okay, and that's been like, that was really even on a weekly. This thing was, even on a weekly, this thing was diverging heavily. Like this was just an obvious put play to be like the momentum was completely shot. The momentum was completely shot. Okay, so pay attention to what's happening on the monthly. The monthly is definitely bearish. If you're looking for bounce plays, I since it's on a monthly time frame, that tells me the move will probably be a lot bigger, a lot more drawn out. So I wouldn't really be looking to buy too many dips just yet. I'd be looking for maybe 113 is a possible bounce area. But really, I'd be looking for a larger one, like maybe 101. Okay, because when you're looking at those monthly those monthly negative divergences, you really wanna those things can get drawn out for some time. Okay, so I'd be looking for 113 or 101 before I would consider going long on something like this. Okay, the last time a divergence played out like this was, like I said, back here. Okay, where you had a 23% drop. Now I'm not gonna say a 23% drop will happen again, but I'd be looking for at least 101, and that kind of matches up with the fib as well, which is funny. So I'd look for a 20% drop before I am back bullish on something like Walmart, and that makes sense. Look at it though. This thing went absolutely nuclear. Okay, wait for a nice little pullback. Anyways, put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. We'll look at them. Okay. Said thank you. No problem, bro. I like MSTR a whole lot. Like I said, I believe money is gonna get heavily rotated into the crypto world. Okay, Trump is paying out everybody. Okay, he's paying out the Nasdaq boys. He's been paying out the Nasdaq boys for his whole term right now. Now what's happening is he paid out the people in gold. Okay, he's paying out the people who wanted to get into gold and silver. He paid them out. Okay, now this is done. It's topped out. Now he's paying out the people in oil. Okay, so you see CVX breaking out from this huge trend. You see USO going, United States Oil Fund going crazy. Okay, he's paying the oil people out. Okay, next I believe he's gonna pay out the people in higher risk assets such as coin, such as Bitcoin, such as such. Can you do this live with a puppet in your hand? That'd be fire. Put it right here. Yo, that'd actually be a really good idea. MSTR. Let's look at Oracle really quick. Okay? Let's look at Oracle. Now, if I wanted to mess with Oracle, it's actually this is where you need it to start closing above. Okay, anything below here, this thing is liable to go back to 135, 141. I'd only be looking to be bullish on something like Oracle if it can close above the weekly, like we're seeing right now. above 149. So any daily close above 149, that's a win for the Bulls. Okay, so I'm just gonna put B right here. I'm just gonna put a B right here. Okay, this is the only level. This is the only level you should be looking to be bullish on something for Oracle. Okay, which is above 149. Okay, 149 is the bull level. All right, that's the bull level. If it can't hold 149, I wouldn't even mess with it. And the funny thing is, this thing is back at, and ew, like this, bro, like, now that I'm actually looking at, like, this is actually hidden weekly diverging, by the way, though. Is it on the monthly? It's even on the monthly. And this is why I'm saying I believe a huge rally is coming, because, you know, we're going to look at a few more stocks, but Oracle's what, 450 billion, 430 billion dollar market cap. Okay, this is I would say this is a higher, you know, almost a mega cap type of stock, and it's hidden monthly diverging. Okay, and the reason I'm emphasizing that is because the last time that happened was right here, where you got that bottom from April tariffs. Yeah, April tariffs is the last time it happened. April tariffs is the last time it happened, where it went from 119 all the way to, you know, 340, which, you know, it did have earnings, which boosted it to 340, but even before that, like, it was already at 250 plus. Okay, so monthly hidden diverging, weekly hidden diverging. I like calls above 149. I think the broader market is very bullish. I think right now is a earlier time for you to start looking for some bull opportunities, because not a lot of people are right now. Okay, like I said, we're in extreme fear. Okay, a lot more people are in the puts than they are in the calls right now. Okay, a lot of people believe the market is going to continue to go down. Okay, and I'm not saying we bottomed. Okay, the bottom is always hard to time. Okay, but I do know we were bullish April tariff lows while everyone was bearish, and we made all-time highs, made a whole bunch of money. Now the same sort of situation is kind of playing out again. Now, you know, I would like it at 567. Like I said, I want to see us, you know, I want to see this at below 10. I want to see this at 1. So, you know, maybe a short-term bear move could happen again, get people max bearish. Okay, but ultimately, I believe a new all-time high is coming. I think it's going to happen quick, okay? But anyways, let's move on. Yeah, I got all that from Oracle, okay? Somebody said Oracle to the moon. I like Oracle. I think Oracle looks good. I mean, I can't be bearish. Look, man, I can't be bearish on something that's doing something that I've seen play out time and time again. I just can't, okay? I just can't. Hidden monthly divergence, I just can't be bearish on something like that. And literally every single time that happens, like you saw right here to here, right? You saw it again right here, where it made a lower low, like you're seeing. Lower low. And then you know, you saw what happened. Hidden monthly divergence. Same sort of thing played out April tariffs right here from here, boom. And now it's playing out again, even on a bigger time frame from here to here. Okay, so I think Oracle is it looks better for a bounce than you know, not, right? Like, first of all, you kind of missed the put move anyways. Like come on now, you missed the put. Let's just be honest here. Like, you missed the put move anyways. The put move was back in October. It was even back in December. It was even back in January. Okay, now you're kind of shorting it at, you know, like for pennies. You're looking for pennies now. Okay? The dollar was made. You're looking for pennies now, bro. You're on the put late train. Anyways, move on. MSTR. I don't really want to look at MSTR because a lot of it depends on Bitcoin. A lot of it depends on Bitcoin. JBL. Come on, dog. I don't even want to look at this, man. We're not gonna. This stock is going crazy though. It's going crazy, man. It's going crazy. I don't really want to look at it though, just because, like, you know, it chops a lot and then it has a big, you know. Let's look at Microsoft. Microsoft's a good one to look at. We'll look at Microsoft. Microsoft. Oh, I love it. The reason I love this so much is because it's getting a lot of people bearish, okay? It's getting so many people bearish. And the funny thing is, it hasn't even, Like this, it could go. Oh my gosh, I think it's bottoming. I think it's bottoming. I really do. I really do think this is bottoming. And the reason why, the weekly we saw, first of all, we saw this first weekly hidden divergence. Okay, we saw this first weekly hidden divergence, and it actually gave a nice bounce, like a $30 bounce. Now it looks like it's gonna play out again. Okay, now it looks like it's kind of sweeping. Okay, now it looks like it's kind of sweeping. And first of all, you missed the put move anyways. Like with Oracle, you missed the put move. Like this thing, come on now. If you want to be bearish again, at least wait for a green monthly candle, right? That'd just be the smart thing to do. That'd just be the smart thing to do. I mean, you already missed. Like this thing was red in December, red in January. Now you want to short it red February. Now you want to short it. It's about to be red March, and now you want to short it on and hope for red April. You know, it just doesn't make sense. But do what you gotta do. I will say this thing is hidden. It's about to hit in monthly divergence. Okay, it's about to hit in monthly diverge. I know. Some of you guys are like, yo, like, bro, hidden monthly diverge, like, bro, like, what? How's that gonna play out, dude? Dude, that's not gonna work. The thing with hidden monthly divergences and hidden weekly divergences is that they're monthlies. Okay, that means they're gonna take, like, it's gonna take, it's gonna take a couple months maybe. It's gonna take a couple, it's gonna take longer than you may think. Okay, but I believe a Microsoft reversal is coming. Okay, the last time we saw a nice hidden monthly divergence was 2 times. Okay, or 3 times. Okay, 3 times. So I like looking at the broader picture, because what I'm trying to get across is that I believe a nice rally is coming. Okay, I believe a nice rally is coming. I don't want to sit here and be super duper bearish. Although we could go down a bit more, but I'm looking for some June. I'm looking for I'm looking for what's to come. I'm looking for what's to come. I'm not looking for what's happening, tomorrow. Okay, we could catch some nice little day trades tomorrow, or nitpick, yada yada yada. But the big money is going to be made on these longer term visions. Okay, because when we're buying at the bottom, we're getting these nice prices. Okay, because it's not like we're talking about being super bullish up here. Okay, where this thing is. It's not like we're talking about being super bullish up here, where this is actually negative diverging. Like on a monthly, this thing was making a negative divergence, meaning it was losing momentum. Now we're actually talking about it, the momentum actually shifting, okay, where you're actually getting a hidden bull divergence, okay? Same sort of thing happened from here to here. You had this large move, and then the same thing happened recently, actually, from the April tariff lows, the April tariff lows from here to here, and then you got that large move to the upside, okay? So I believe we're going to end up getting a large swing on Microsoft to the upside, and I think it could be bottoming here very soon. Very soon, okay? Now it got the people, the dip buyers out, etc. It looks very good. Earnings is in 37 days, though. Can I trade at 16? If so, how? Look, man, you gotta ask your mom and pops if you can open their account, man. You can't. PDD sub 100. Any likes from China? I do like China, but it is taking a nice little fall right now. Okay, and this is why right now is so important. This is why right now is so important, because we're getting a lot of dips, a lot of dips that don't make sense currently. Meaning you're getting discount prices on something that's going to end up moving up to the upside. Okay, same sort of thing. Same thing that I said that happened right here. When China actually put in its worst week, since like 2008, right? And then we came live and everybody was scared, and that ended up being the bottom. So that's why I think something temporary could be happening, to where, like, I don't know what fear is going to come out. Okay, I wish I knew the news so I could come on here and tell you, but the charts are telling you. The fear is telling you that the patterns that have played out before are telling you that it looks like extreme fear is going to set in, capitulation, if you will, before the next larger move to the upside, which I believe the money's gonna get rotated into something like Bitcoin and crypto and the Nasdaq, back into the Nasdaq and higher risk assets, out of gold, out of oil, back into these high risk assets. Okay, so that's what I believe is gonna end up happening. For China, I think the same sort of thing. Okay, the price target that I have for China is 31,000. Now, are we gonna get this dump? Yes, it's down 2.5%. China looks like it's dump. I think there's some amazing discounts. Baba, I'm losing money on Baba. But I think Baba's gonna rise like a phoenix here soon. I really do. I really do. I really do. Okay, now when? Hey man, hopefully soon. My contract's about to expire, but it looks like I mean, I mean, it needs a weekly close above 122, but even a monthly hidden bull divergence. I mean, something's coming. And the thing is, if you guys follow this account, like if you like this and follow it, like we'll be sitting here and we'll be able to see this stuff come to fruition because we've seen it play out so many times. Okay, I'm just early, and you guys know this. Like we come on here, we're early. We're early. We're early on gold, right? People are like, "Why are you short gold? Why is gold bearish?" You're bearish on gold. The gold was over here. I said, "This is a victim level. Why are you buying?" Okay, back in April tariff, same sort of thing. Okay, so we're gonna be paying attention. How's BA? I actually want to look at BA. Let's look at BA. How's BA? I love BA. I think BA is gonna do great. I think BA is gonna do great. I really do. Somebody's like, bro. I think BA is gonna move down a bit more though. Okay. There's nothing that I'm seeing that's like that's eye opening for BA. Okay. It's just in this massive consolidation. I think BA is gonna have when the market does turn back around. I believe BA is gonna have an awesome rest of the time, because the last time Trump was in office, BA went crazy, and I think and he came in office over here, okay, and BA has been back on an uptrend, okay, has been back on an uptrend. Now you're getting this nice pullback, but look, man, if you know BA at all, BA can reverse this entire thing in the next couple of weeks, okay. BA has massive swings. The last time BA had this sort of swing was back in April tariffs, like you see right here, where it had, where it went from 187 all the way to 131, right? And then from April 1st until July, it went from 131 to 240, $100 move in what? 3 months? Okay? So that's what I want you guys to focus on, okay? I want you guys to focus on not what's here, okay? Now we could catch day trades all day long. We can catch some puts tomorrow. We could catch yada yada yada. But the bigger picture is, okay, we're sitting in these extreme fear markets. We're sitting in something to where, okay, if Iran just says let's make a deal and Trump has this deal, then what? Okay, so you want to buy the rumor, okay? There you go. You want to buy the rumor. So focus on what's happening in the news. Focus on this extreme fear. I want to see this at 3. I want to see this at 1, okay? BA, like, come on, man. Don't be bullish. Don't be bullish at the tops and be bearish at the bottoms. Anyways, man. Anyways, never wrong, just early. RKLB. This thing's about to dump. Hold on. This could actually be a really good put play. This thing's about to dump, and this will be the last point, because this is just an excellent point. What's happening is the froth is just getting knocked out. The froth, okay, the frothy stocks, like, come on, RKLB. Now, yes, like rockets and the SpaceX IPO, which I believe is coming, and I think that stuff's gonna be bullish, but these valuations, this is what, a $38 billion market cap, $40 billion market cap. These are the stocks that, if you're looking to short, this actually, like, if the market is bearish coming into next week, I believe this is gonna nosedive, okay? And it looks like it's ready to nosedive right now. All right, huge wicks. This reminds me of iron, okay? This reminds me of iron. I like this for shorts. I think this is probably one of my main watches coming in this week, because it does look like it's ready to, go to 61, and my PC just continues to click. But I think RKLB looks very, very good to short. These wicks are disgusting. It is in a very huge consolidation period, so it's you don't want to be too quick to jump the gun, okay? you don't want to be too quick to jump the gun, but like if we're bearish coming into this week, these are the stocks I'd be looking at short, like iron, right? Iron, garbage. Maybe even the NBIS, right? But anyways, bear flag, do the measurements. What you know about the measurements, man? What do you know about the measurements? We'll do the measurements. Just because I think it's funny that somebody said do the measurements, we'll do the measurements, man. Let me see these measurements. Although I think stocks like this, they don't, it says it's going to 47, man, $47, okay. And also remember, guys, this stock was $5. This stock was $5. The stock was $5 before all this froth and this bullishness came into the market, and that's why. Right now, it's so important because I believe we're going to get a massive euphoric rally, okay? And then we're going to be live. We're going to be tuned in. We're going to be we're going to be locked in. We're going to be making sure we're on here discussing what's happening, because what's on the other side of that, I believe, is just nasty work. Meaning, I believe there's a huge dump coming. I believe the real recession is going to end up happening, and there's going to be stocks like RKLB, which are valued at, maybe this goes to $60 billion market cap. And it's only worth $2 billion market cap, okay? So there's going to be just amazing shorts everywhere. Amazing buying opportunities, maybe. And I think that's going to be the most important thing that we're going to be talking about. But we'll talk about that when the day comes, okay? For now, let's get some money. Let's get some money, man. I'm in RKLB and Iron. Yeah, you fell into the hype, man. You fell directly into the TikTok and Reddit and the hype. Anyways, man, I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck trading next week. Okay, good luck, man. Hopefully you get into some good plays, man. Link in the bio if you need anything. All right, link in the bio if you need anything. AXTI, what you know about AXTI? We've been in AXTI equity since, let me see something. Look at this, man. Adding AXTI equity at $20.76 on February 5th. This is my baby. I absolutely love AXTI. I think it can easily get to 100. I mean, it's a $3 billion market cap stock. Anyways, Blue Owl. Anyways, man, you guys have a great night. You guys have a great night, man. All right. I will talk to you guys later. I'm out. Peace. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. Thank you guys for tuning in, watching, and thank you. All right. Peace.